Hello everyone, welcome to ChrisFX. Today I will go through a spectacular video on how to read just one candlestick in order to become successful in trading. And I know that this is something that most of you have been struggling with. One thing that most of you are doing again and again, you are going ahead, I will say it again, from the daily as an example, to the 4 hour, to the 1 hour time frame, to the 15-minute time frame, to the 1 minute time frame or whatever, and you get lost and you get contradicting information from each one of those time frames, and in the end of the day you are not able to trade at all. I'm gonna give you a template on how to use just one time frame, in this occasion the daily time frame, in order to frame some trades and get some trading ideas for what is going to follow with statistical significance. And note that this is something that I'm using on a daily basis in order to get payouts, as you can see right here, and I'm gonna be showing you also the results of today. And those are the results of today. I have been loading the 300k accounts now. And of course, guys, with my spectacular teachings, which are also the teachings that I am following in order to extract profits, I haven't lost now, this is a record, I haven't lost a single day. I'm not referring to trades, I have lost trades, but I haven't lost a single day for the past 2 months and 1 week. So this is spectacular. I have the links down in the description if you want to learn from me. I would highly recommend the one-on-one mentoring. It is the most complete program out there. So now that we have shown some proof, plus some other proof is over here, I'm gonna be requesting a payout from this account tonight. Actually, we have made it to the 10th day. It just needs to be updated. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you the template that you are missing in order to get a clear image of how the market works in general. So if you have seen my previous video, I had said that I am using 3 time frames only. I am using the daily time frame, then I'm using another time frame which I didn't say which time frame it is, which is of very high significance to me. Even if I told you which one it is, you wouldn't be able to trade it as I'm trading it, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna keep it as a secret, let's say, and then I'm scaling down to the 1 minute time frame. Now, the whole story over here starts over here on the daily time frame. Generally speaking, if you get the bias wrong, not as they are teaching it, of course, you will get your trades wrong, the way that you are learning and the way that you are trading. With the way that I am teaching, you will be able, even if you get the bias wrong, to make profits. But for this free video, I'm gonna show you the importance of the daily candlestick. And as you have seen already from the thumbnail, I have a huge bearish candlestick on the thumbnail. Here we are gonna be showing an example of this huge bullish candlestick. Why? Why am I not showing something like a pin bar, like an indecision candlestick? Because it will be very tricky and you need to have a template, especially if you are a beginner, to get those sure trades in so that you can go ahead and proceed with the most difficult trades afterwards. So in occasions such as this one, if we just go ahead and consider this whole part of price action, okay, not that you need this whole thing, but it is fine. If you are at this current day right here, what would you be expecting the next day to do? And I have a video on it. If you search on my channel, you will go ahead and find it. I will probably also post it on the top right of the screen right now. What do you expect to happen the next day? So when we were exactly right here, let's suppose that we are right here, and this current candlestick grabbed the liquidity above this candlestick, but also closed with a very strong body above it. What would you expect if you exclude everything else the next candlestick to do? Would it grab the high or will it grab the low? This is the most important thing that you should be considering, guys. You will tell me there is a wick here which can act as an order block. Forget about those things. Forget about those things. Over here, if you just check out the candlesticks, is the next candlestick more likely to grab the high starting from here or the low, no matter how it forms? I would say Personally, and again, you can go ahead and check my video on how you can read candlesticks on the daily time frame, I would say that there is a very high probability that we are going ahead and grabbing the high of the candlestick rather than the low of the candlestick. Now, if I go ahead and print the next candlestick, you will see that we were indeed correct. Now, this doesn't mean, pay very close attention before you rush into any conclusions, this doesn't mean that this candlestick was formed like that, instantly, like a bullish candlestick and then it went down. There are plenty of ways this candlestick could have been formed. We can even check out how it was formed. If I go down, let's say, to the 15-minute time frame, we can check out how it was formed. As we can see, this is exactly how it was formed. We are exactly right here. And we can see that the new day started and this high got taken and then price retraced down there. This is not the way that you are supposed to trade this thing, especially as a beginner. The way, what I want from you to do is to search as a beginning, okay, for those strong candlesticks where you are very, very certain, let's say, that in this occasion the high will be taken, and we are going to show you an example afterwards, do not worry. And I want you to wait for the following. On a lower time frame, I want you to wait for some form of retracement, okay? Over here, let's go ahead and say that this is a bearish candlestick. And let's print some more candlesticks like this one. Okay, I want you on a lower time frame now. So this on the right is a lower time frame. To wait, since you expect this high to be taken, for some form of retracement, find a nice area of very high significance, which I'm teaching, of course, in the one-on-one and generally speaking. For me, this area, I will tell you my secret, usually is a breaker block, not always. Okay, I combine it with the footprint charts as well. That's why I have a success of higher than 90%, and I can confirm that with the live sessions, of course. Okay, they're all recorded. And then from there, since you're expecting the high to be taken, I want you to go ahead and find your setup and trade it. So, the only thing that I want from you, most of you are beginners. If you're not making money in a consistent, let's say, basis, you are a beginner in trading. Okay, do not fool yourselves. It's not a bad thing to be. It is actually a very good thing, especially if you learn from a teacher like me. I'm teaching things way differently than all of those scammers out there who are just marketing and marketing. I'm showing every single proof to the guys of the signals, and of course you can also ask it when you get the one-on-one mentoring. I'm very transparent with the trades that I'm taking, okay? But you will see it that my trades win so much, okay, especially with the use of the footprint charts, that you will be absolutely amazed. So what I want from you is find a very, very strong candlestick which conforms to the overall bias. Such candlesticks could be those candlesticks as well over here in the past, you see right here as well. And then search for a trade. This is what I want you to do. So in the occasion, let's move to the present. Okay, we are right here. As an example, in this occasion right here again, if we are on this current candlestick, Tuesday, the 8th of October. This candlestick was bullish. It grabbed liquidity below, this is the daily time frame, the previous candlestick from the 7th, from Monday the 7th, and then it went all the way up and closed with a body above the previous candlestick, a very strong body. So if you were to guess, is it more likely for the high of this candlestick to be taken now or the low of this current candlestick to be taken? And you would be crazy to say that it is more likely for the low to be taken. Okay, even a beginner would understand that now we are going ahead and we are grabbing the high 90 95% of the times, plus there is a point of liquidity over here. Okay, this is a high over here. I have said it 1,000 times also to my members, because this is higher than the high to the left, higher than the high of the candlestick to the right. This is a valid high, which means that this is liquidity, and this is almost equal highs with this one. So yes, we are expecting the high to be taken of the previous candlestick. Now, since you are expecting the high to be taken, let's leave those highs are equal right here, but we don't even care about the high of the past, okay? We care mostly about this high right here. I don't want to confuse you. Since you are waiting for the high to be taken, all I want from you is to scale down to a lower time frame. I will scale down now on the 5-minute time frame and find a trade after some form of retracement has taken place, as an example from somewhere here. Now, for futures, actually indices that we are doing, let's say for indices, you don't need to go ahead and wait for a retracement below the 50%. This is bullshit. Whoever is teaching you those things is a loser. When I mean a loser with a capital L. And I mean on indices. If they are teaching you that you need to wait on indices for this thing, they are absolute fools. Trust me. I know that you have to unlearn the things that you have learned, that you believe like a religion, but it is better that you unlearn them if you want to achieve such results, confirmed results, as I am doing, guys. Okay, so I would go now down, and you see the next day has been printed, I think, right here. No, it hasn't. Let me go to the daily again. I will now do two things, just for the purpose of showing you. I will highlight the top of the body, okay, of this day, and I will scale down. I will go ahead and scale down to the 5-minute time frame. So, since we're expecting this high to be taken, why do we expect that? Because this over here, this whole thing, is our daily candlestick, and I can go ahead and highlight it. Okay, this is over here our daily candlestick, this whole area. Let's go ahead and highlight the whole area. And we're expecting the high to be taken. What did I say? We will be waiting for some form of retracement, and we will be taking the trade from a point of interest. Points of interest for you can be a bunch of things. If you join my courses, there will be very specific things, but points of interest could be, as an example, I'm not really using those, but could be the 5-minute fair value gap. Of course, you can use that very successfully, okay? Could be this thing, could be those fair value gaps down here, even the tiny ones. Could be order blocks, could be that you are entering after liquidity has been grabbed, and a tap on a fair value gap, which gives extra strength, which you will not need if you join me, because I'm gonna show you the way to enter. And then you can let price play out and look for your confirmations, okay? So maybe this would be enough for you, okay? Personally, I would go down to the 1 minute, but I have specific tiny areas that are working more than 90% of the time. So in this instance, I would have something like that already. And like that, let's say, right below it. And 99% or 90%, let's say, of the time, they get respected to the tick. And they have all the lives recorded to prove it. Okay. So it could be any of those areas. And here, those are just examples, okay, where you could be taking your trade from. Now, again, for you, if I measure those right here are 68 ticks. This move right here gave you how much? 114 ticks. And then you have this move, which for you is happening right in the middle of nowhere. There is a wick, of course, right here, which you can say is an order block. But believe it or not, we would have been able to predict this thing as well. Furthermore, I would be able, supposedly that I was trading the 5-minute fair value gap, which I'm not trading. I promise you that I'm not trading it, but those are just silly examples. I have my bias that price is gonna go ahead and grab this high, so I'm bullish, so I'm looking for buys. Even those moves right here would be enough for me to make my daily profit, believe it or not. What they are teaching you with the silly confirmations that they are teaching that you need to wait on a lower time frame for, let's say, a break of structure, and the 5-minute time frame is an example, and then an FVG to be formed, and then take your trade. Over here, that's just an example, guys. It doesn't mean that you necessarily trade like that, and then you lose, and you lose, and you lose, and once the real move happens, you are saying, it is impossible that this is the real move. This takes place right in the middle of nowhere. Plus, maybe you now highlight this FVG and maybe price would never, let's say, come back to it, or you will be discouraged, close the trade, and then the trade goes in your direction. How do I know all of those things? I know all of those things because I used to trade like that until I developed my own style, which is unbeatable, okay? And now I'm a very happy person that I'm making a a very wealthy living, not just a living, a very, very nice living out of trading, okay? Thousands and thousands of dollars every single month. As an example, last month alone was $10,000, okay? Only from trading, of course. Now, again, let's do a recap over here because maybe some of you missed the whole point. Assuming that we are exactly right here, I said for you who are beginners mostly, forget about trading those candlesticks that you see right here, those pin bars, or however the fuck you want to call them. Okay, you can call them Jim, Mark, Mary, I don't care at all how you call them. I want you to find those large candlesticks and I want you to say, is the next candlestick more likely in this occasion that we closed above the previous candlestick strongly with the body? Is the next candlestick most likely to grab the high or the low of this candlestick? Of course, here you would say the high, and I have a full free video on those things. Most likely I have posted it on the top right of the screen at the beginning of the video. Otherwise, you can find it, how to identify daily bias, in my channel. Then, sometimes price, of course, on the open is gonna do that and it's probably gonna retrace. I want you to trade it. The only way that I want you to trade it is to scale down on lower time frames, such as the 5-minute as an example, wait for a retracement and take the trade from a point of interest and try to get this high. So in the occasion, again, that we scaled down, if you recall, to the 5-minute time frame right here, what I want you to target for sure is the high of the previous candlestick. So if you would be entering down there, of course, you would be waiting for your silly confirmations. We wouldn't be waiting for that. Let's assume that we are already in the trade somewhere around here. I want you to target this high, okay? Because we said the high is most likely to be taken. So this is exactly what you need to do. Not exactly the high, you can go a little bit higher than the high because many people have the stop losses above. This is the way that you need to trade it. And again, on Nasdaq, which is the only asset that I'm trading, the only one exclusively, I can find every single time, any single trade that I want. I'm analyzing the market in an exceptional manner. Not only that, I'm an exceptional scalper and I can get the move from the bottom or from the top. I can get done with a move within 100 ticks, but most of the times those moves will go for 1000 ticks. And again, I have video proof on every single thing that I'm telling you right now. I'm not just another snake oil seller out there. Okay, guys, I have proof, and of course the payouts do not lie as well. So the one candlestick does not lie. You can just use the daily time frame and one lower time frame, 10-minute, 5-minute, 1 minute, whatever you feel confident in doing in order to get those successful trades in. But that if you want to perfect your trading, I will say it once again, I'm right here. This is your chance. Okay, this is your chance to learn from the best and from the most transparent trading educator, as I'm looking you in the eyes right here, right now. And I'm telling you that if you focus on my teachings, success is inevitable. Okay? Subscribe to this YouTube channel because this free content also that I'm sharing right here is of exceptional value. This alone can get you profitable, of course, if you go ahead and practice and practice and practice. Remember, like the video, of course, remember that the market is not a place for the lazy person. The lazy person always fails. Remember that. If you are seeking the quick Lamborghini or the quick Ferrari, do not join any of my services. I don't want you at all. Please stay away from my channel. In general, this is only for professional and successful traders who do not believe every single bullshit that people are selling to them, and they want proof for those things. So this is gonna do it for today, traders, and thank you all for watching. Until next time.